I'm a baker. Put your hands in the air. Give me all
The stage
your
lights
money.
blaze as the crowd screams for more. The year is 1977, and Boney M is the biggest disco act in the world. At the center of it all, Bobby Farrell works the crowd into a frenzy with his electrifying dance moves. But here's the shocking truth: those iconic vocals pouring from the speakers? They aren't his. In fact, Bobby Farrell couldn't sing to save his life. This is the unbelievable story of how a man with no voice became the face of a musical revolution, and how that same lie would ultimately destroy him. Bobby's journey began far from the glitter of disco stardom. Born in 1949 on the sun-baked streets of Aruba, his childhood was marked by poverty and trouble. By his teenage years, he'd been arrested for arson after burning down his own school. With few options, the young troublemaker fled to Europe, where he scraped by as a mechanic, a cook, and when times got really tough, a male stripper in Amsterdam's seedy clubs. But Bobby had one extraordinary gift. He could dance like no one else. His James Brown-inspired moves caught the eye of German producer Frank Farian, who was assembling a new disco act called Boney M. There was just one problem: when Bobby opened his mouth to sing, it was, well, terrible. Farian came up with a brilliant deception. He would record all the vocals himself, even the female parts, and have Bobby lip-sync during performances. The scheme worked better than anyone could have imagined. Hits like Daddy Cool and Rasputin sold millions, and Bobby became an international sex symbol, his dynamic stage presence making fans fall in love. For a while, the illusion held. But as Boney M's fame grew, so did Bobby's ego. He started demanding vocal credit and more money. When Farian refused, the truth came out: Bobby had never sung a note on their records. The revelation sparked lawsuits, bitter feuds, and Bobby's eventual firing from the group he'd fronted. The 1990s were cruel to disco kings. Bobby found himself bankrupt, reduced to DJing for drinks in Russian nightclubs while impersonators toured as Boney M. The man who had once commanded stadiums now played to half-empty bars. Then, on a freezing December night in 2010, Bobby Farrell collapsed in his shabby St. Petersburg hotel room. He died alone at 61, just hours after his final performance. No red carpets, no adoring crowds, just the echo of songs he'd never really sung. The strangest part? We all knew the truth. Magazines had exposed the lip-syncing scandal back in 1978. But we didn't care because Bobby made us feel something magical. So was it really a lie, or just the price of entertainment? Somewhere in the static of an old VHS tape, Bobby Farrell keeps dancing forever, a smiling illusion who gave the world joy through his greatest performance, being someone he wasn't.
This is the story of ups and down of legendary Boney M. If you like the story, like, share, and subscribe the channel and write in the comment which one would you like to see next. Till then, take care and bye-bye.